I don't have
you.
any. I know I miss you.
I miss you too. Well, now
What's
that you're
going on?
now that you're relationshiped, you suddenly are busy.
Well, the good news is I'm going back to part-time for sure this time. I'm not giving up.
I'm so proud of you.
I'm not giving up. I'm going back to only 4 days a week, so I will have more sanity, more time. I can finally get to some new wigs for us. I can get to some things I've been putting off. You know, you work a full-time job, you don't have the energy or the capacity to like do anything else.
It's a lot. I'm proud of you.
I'm doing it.
And can I say this? Sorry to let y'all in behind the curtain, but that's kind of what you pay for. When she called me, you called me at like 9 a.m. And I thought, and it was a day that I thought you were at work. And I was like, she quit. I don't think I've ever answered a phone call from you so quickly. I was like, this is an emergency. And instead she's like, just doing her usual Alexis bullshit. And I was like, what is going on? To find out that you went down to part-time because she brought you into the office, like your boss brought you into the office to discuss like other stuff. And the fact that you were like, no, you know what? I need to go to, like the fact that you were kind of surprised by being brought into the office and then you did it. Yeah. I'm so proud of you.
Look,
that's hard.
It was getting to the point. It was either part-time or like quit on bad terms, and I don't like doing that. I don't want to burn bridges. I'm not one. There's a few bridges I've burned in the past. The bridges of Madison County.
That was to hide the bodies.
Just 2.
Did you read Sarah Plain and Tall?
You know what? I think I have, but it never penetrated my core like some other things.
The TV movie version starring Glenn Close is quite charming.
Really?
Mm-hmm. We got to watch it in class.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
I feel like Sarah Plain and Tall at work because everyone's like, Alexis, you're tall. I'll tell you what.
You're really tall.
I'll tell you what. Well, compared
to regular people?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. You came in and saw at work they decorated with like cobwebs and stuff. So the day after Halloween, I didn't want to deal with customers, so I volunteered to take all the cobwebs down. Would you believe the person who did it before must have been like a game maker in Saw and the Hunger Games, because these cobwebs were so intricately tied around and lodged into the push pins in the wall so hard. I had to get up on the tallest ladder and like fully like hammer undo nails and push pins with cobwebs.
Yeah, but didn't that bring you a little bit of comfort because you knew it was taking you so long, you knew you wouldn't have to talk to a customer?
That's true, except I got halfway done and I said, ooh, I'm gonna take a break. And I go, what time is it? And the security guard who was helping me, he goes,
time for you to stay safe.
I start work at 8:50. Oh. He goes, it's 9:30. And I was like, God damn it. On the other hand, I was getting really comfortable going up on top of the ladder. I was probably like 20 feet in the air. It gave me a new respect for Elphabas.
Okay, can I say this?
Yeah.
Congratulations, Wicked 20th anniversary.
Yeah.
I'm not loving the new Defying Gravity that I'm seeing in other countries. I think is it Germany or Sweden? I think it's Sweden.
Well, those aren't Wicked sanctioned. Those are other productions. I know the one you're talking about when she's on the 2-pulley system and she's flying over the audience.
Flying over the audience. I hate that.
She can't breathe because she's cutting off her diaphragm. I want to put your mind at ease that that's not Broadway's Wicked. That's another production.
The first time you saw The Lift?
Bitch.
That was
I've told this story. I'm going to tell it. I've told this story. I'm going to tell it again.
Do it.
I was close with my choir directors. Me and Joel, who's a friend of the pod, were close with my choir directors. And we dog and house sat for them for like a week during the summer. And they said, what do you want as payment instead of money? Which is like, just give us money. But we said, why don't you get us tickets to Wicked? We'll figure out how to get to New York. We'll figure out where to stay there. If you get us tickets to Wicked on Broadway, we'll accept that as payment. And so they did. And I said, Mommy, Daddy, I got tickets to Wicked. Flights were already covered for me because, again, my dad was a pilot. I was like, I just need a little spending money. And they were like, no. And I was like, what do you mean no? Where did that word come from? How do you know it? So I got a job at Target. And then I was like, hey, I'm going to New York next weekend. Can I have off? Like, I literally got hired and was like, I'm so sorry. I have to work. I have to go away next weekend to see Wicked. So I did. What did that.
What did Mr. Target say?
They said yes. I remember my manager was a guy named Tony, and he was such a homophobic piece of shit. I hated him.
He's not happy.
But I went and saw Wicked. We were in the orchestra.
No one went to Wicked.
I did see Idina Menzel. Did not see Kirsten Chenoweth. As Bach, little Queer as Folk guy. Little white twink from Queer as Folk. He was fabulous. And as Fiyero, Jordan McIntyre. from New Kids on the Block.
Not Jordan, but yeah.
Joey McIntyre.
Yeah.
He was great too.
He's a great singer.
We went to the stage door. Adina, I just remember she was this big and she was sick, but she still killed it. It was a good night for her. And I cried.
She doesn't have a lot of those.
That was one of the only times I cried pre-transition.
If I ever told you, this is super related to it. Okay, so when Wicked premiered 20 years ago, I was long distance dating a man I met on gay.com, and he lived in Huron, Ohio, and I lived in Mississippi, going to the private Baptist college. He and I were constantly cheating on each other, okay? Like, it was not good. Not good, not good. But oh my God, he was a football player, the biggest pecs. Oh, he gave me rug burn on my back.
Oh my God, backburn.
Backburn. He's married to a trans woman. I've always been an ally. Ally.
You cheated on a man who eventually married a trans woman. Was she trans when they got married?
When they got married, yes. But when they got together, no. And she was the first person he dated after me.
Oh, yeah.
Ally. He went to New York. He was a teacher and there was like a class trip or something, so he went to New York. He ended up meeting a guy online or whatever and then spending the night with this guy. So he's like not answering his phone or answering any texts, which like in a long distance relationship in the year 2003 or whatever, that's a red flag.
Yeah.
So I'm so worried. I don't know what's going on. I had to fly out the next day to see my friend Betsy in Pittsburgh.
You've told me this.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to get into that part because I know I've said this a lot. But, so I'm up all night. You know, I'm just like freaking out. When he finally calls me the next morning, of course, I'm so upset. And I'm like, where were you? And he's like, babe, I was getting you the best surprise. I'm sorry that I ignored your phone calls, but I was afraid I'd give it away. I have a really great surprise for you. And I was like, it better be good. And so then the next day I flew out with Betsy and then everything else, it happened. And then I went to see him. He's like, you ready for your surprise? I said, yeah. He hands me a torn off piece of paper, okay? It's like the bottom half of a piece of paper, and the paper is something about like from his lesson plans. Like he was a social studies teacher. And it was like, you know, Andrew Jackson, was he real? Or I don't know. But it was clearly like his classroom papers.
Yeah.
And on it, in his handwriting, written in pencil, was Christy Chesowith. He said that that night he wanted to get me an autograph because it was the hottest show. And he knew that if he answered the phone, I would be able to hear and I would know what was going on. So he needed to just ignore me. And I said, neat, couple things. Her name is Kristen Chenoweth. This says Christy Chesowith. Secondly, this is on paper from your classroom. And finally, it's in pencil. I know that's not how we do it. So anyway, we ended up fucking. It's fine. Isn't that insane?
Honestly,
I'm so upset I didn't keep it. I'm so upset
you didn't keep it.
Christy Chesowith.
Honestly, now I don't want anyone to get any ideas. If someone were to give me that, I would say, this is clearly fake, but I really appreciate the lengths you went.
Yeah.
To weave this tale. I think that should be commended.
Well, I had sex with him, so
he did come in your end.
He came in me.
Yeah.
He came in me so hard, I thought my name was Christy Chesowith.
You really missed an opportunity for that to be your drag name.
You fucked me so hard, I thought I was Christy Chesowith.
Good news!
It's good to laugh.
It's good to see me, isn't it? Christy Chesowith.
My name is Christy Chesowith. Do you have a number 2 pencil I could sign your homework with?
Oh, that's
okay.
so funny.
Let's get started.
Oh,
I forgot all about him.
Christy Chesowith. I love it.
Oh my God.
No, but I wouldn't put your mind at ease. I saw that one too. That was stupid. And there was another one somewhere where she like flew over the audience. That one did look kind of cool. But my thing is,
I don't want to be a part of the action.
No.
I hate that.
I don't want them to be so constricted that they can't sing. The brilliant part about that is it's just a little like stand. It's like what Beyonce was doing at Renaissance. It's like a stand with a little like circle thing that hooks up.
Right.
But being up that high and being on that rickety thing, I was so scared just being on being on a ladder.
Okay, so you were like.
But I want to do it.
You were 10 feet in the air.
I was on the top of like a actual this type of ladder.
I'm sorry to say this because I never want you to hurt, but if you had fallen at that moment, the workman's comp.
Oh hell yeah! I was telling
you dumb bitch.
No, I was saying that to Takuo, who was helping me. The one that we don't really like each other.
Was that your knee?
That was my knee. That was so weird.
There's so much air in there.
I was at one part of the store and I was like, Takuo, if I fell right here, do you think it would do the most damage? And then I'd move over to the other one. I was like, oh no, this is the glass case. I think if I fell here, it would cost the most. And then I got to the middle. I was like, oh, Takuo, I think if I fell here and I did like Mummy and all the shelves dominoed, I think that would do the most damage. He was so annoyed that he had to help me.
That's good though. You made him pay.
Yeah.
Guten Tag! Welcome to IMHO.
In my homosexual opinion.
I'm Darby.
I'm Alexis P. Bevels. The P today stands for people. People who need people.
Is that why you were singing that in the bathroom when you were peeing?
Yeah.
I was like, why is she singing while she's peeing? But you were practicing.
Well, that's my theme song. People.
Yeah.
Peeing out my people.
Now that you're a lady, do you have 2 holes down there?
I think they have 3, right?
Well,
I think
3
we have
including
3.
the butthole.
We have 3, yeah. Wait, are we doing Germany and Brazil?
Yeah, baby. I have to.
Okay, because you said Guten Tag, but you didn't say hola.
Well, that's Spanish.
Right, but for our Spanish speakers.
For anyone who's watching from a Spanish-speaking country. Okay, listen.
We're truncating.
Listen here. Listen.
Lindas.
What's up, Lindas? Listen, Lindas. We did a combo episode before because we had to. We needed to. And by that, I mean me. I needed that. And I saw the comments where you wanted them separate. But listen, I put in little timestamps so that you can skip whenever you don't want to watch another series. And that's fine. But we have to do another combo episode.
Yeah, we're really sorry.
We just have so much going on. With Dragula, we forgot about Italia. Jesus Christ. So we're working on it.
I'm seeing someone new. Can I tell you something?
No.
You haven't met my honey yet.
No.
You will.
Is that a threat?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think you would get along because the other day...
Was he mean to you?
They were mean to me. They convinced me that there was a third Williams sister. Because you know Venus and Serena?
Right.
They convinced me that there was a third one named Rubbin. Rubbin Williams. I didn't have a problem believing that there was a third sister just because I'm not up on my Williamses.
It's been a while.
But I was so confused as to why it wasn't Robin or Ruben, but Rubbin. That is an insane name. And then like 20 minutes later, they were like, wait, did you really think that there was a third Williams sister named Robin Williams? Okay. And I was like...
I do like that.
I was like, yeah.
You are very easily bamboozled.
Yeah.
Whenever I see like on TikTok when people talk about scams, they're like, oh, my grandma got scammed because of email. I'm always thinking, grandma or Alexis? Either way, it would make sense.
Here's the thing. It has to be like a useless thing for me to believe it. Like an innocent thing. If you contact me on Instagram saying that, thank you. If you contact me on Instagram saying you need iTunes gift cards, I'm not going to believe that. I am going to go along with it for like storylines.
Right.
Because, you know, season 2 of this show was kind of rough. They needed something. I had to contribute.
You got us through.
God, can you believe we've been on the air for 9 seasons?
Every time you mention seasons, it's a new number. So I'm just going with it.
Yeah.
Good for us.
Yeah. And you know who else? Good for the contestants of Drag Race Germany. What'd you think about this week's episode, Darby?
Solid, Alexis.
Yeah.
I loved it. Listen, when we get to the end of these series and there's only 4 girls...
Yes.
I'm in. I'm invested in all of their stories. Mm-hmm. There is not a single person there that I wish weren't. There's someone not there that I wish were there.
Yeah.
Nikita. But outside of the loss of Nikita, I'm loving these girls.
I'm loving too. I love Barbie. And I love how they're kind of switching up the ideas. They had a rehearsal for their web show.
Okay. Let's talk about it. That was so weird. Do you remember the rehearsal in Brazil where they rehearsed out of drag in front of a green screen?
Now that was weird.
We didn't see them filming it, but we saw the final product. That was weird. Now, in Germany, we got rehearsal in drag in front of the green screen.
And then they got notes. And then they came back and did it
again. And then they filmed it.
Yeah. I kind of liked it.
Why?
Because it was like what you would get in the real world. You would probably get...
Okay, that's something that's been missing from reality TV, is being real.
Well, you would get a rehearsal session or note section and then go back and you would do it, and maybe you're in charge, maybe you're doing it all yourself. I mean, I don't know the first thing about making a web series. I have never been involved with one.
Or at least making one watchable.
I don't know where you would even... It's like how some girls feel about design challenges, or like how some girls feel about rapping. Like, I don't know how to rap. I usually buy gift bags and just put in there. So to make a successful web show out of thin air, shocking.
Speaking of successful web show, despite you being here, we just hit 50,000 subscribers. Happy subscribers. Happy subscribers.
That means 50,000 people have clicked a button towards us.
They have.
That's
some have
so
unclicked.
nice.
Some have unclicked.
Oh, I wonder if there's a way we can know.
I never want to know.
A way we could know if nobody had ever unsubscribed, how many we would be at right now.
1 million.
Probably 1,000.
Thank you to everyone who subscribed and got us that number. I've always been a little, I'll be honest with you, let's be vulnerable. I always have been a little self-conscious about the fact that of all the review channels, even if we've been around a little longer, our subscribers and our views are always lower than everyone else, which is fine because...
I think it's quality, not quantity.
That's what I was going to say. Because you know what we
have the best.
We have the best community. And
it's a lot of lesbians.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of really sweet people, a lot of moms.
Yeah.
Of queer people. And that's
dads of queer people.
Sometimes a dad.
Hi, Winnie's dad.
Hi.
We're so thankful, and thank you for getting us there. But most importantly, thank you for just being a part of this silly community.
Yeah.
That even though our numbers may not be as large as other creators,
now
our actual community, I feel, is larger.
Yeah.
In love.
I completely agree. And
Thanks.
I would also like to add, because I knew you.
I didn't get to warm up on the toilet like you did.
Sorry. Yeah, we'll do it later.
One web show moment that made me LOL, and I ended up sending it to Yvonne Nightstand, was when they paired up and they're sitting at the table and they're talking about the challenge. Like, what should our web show be? Metamore Kid and Yvonne are sitting there, and Metamore Kid goes, I don't really watch web shows, but, you know, it's usually like two drag queens that get together. I love Trixie and Katya's It's iconic.
Yeah.
You know what Yvonne did?
Huh.
Sat there silently. Sat there.
Okay, I had the same thought.
So I
not to be that girl.
No.
But I tell you what, here's what I thought. Here's the difference between
I know
you
exactly
and me.
what you're gonna say.
I thought she probably did mention her favorite web show,
out.
Sat with Soju, and then got cut out.
Right, because of all of the turmoil.
Well, because they can't talk about soju. It's a strictly beer country.
I love soju.
Me too. The drink.
So I messaged her the picture with the caption on it, and I said, someone was awfully quiet in this scene.
What did she say?
She sent me back a selfie of her just going really close to her face. And unfortunately, but it made me feel better, and I'll tell you why, because I could tell that she had like a nose contour. She had like a white line and then like a little white dot at the end of her nose. So then I felt bad for her because like I was born with an exclamation point at the end of my nose, but she wasn't. And so she has to draw it on. So do whatever stay quiet then.
Yeah.
Bitch. Okay, let's go to the runway. First of all, we have Barbie.
Oh, I loved it.
Ponytail,
bangs,
scuba dance suit. I don't know what the fuck it was. I loved it.
I know, she looked incredible.
She looked so
loved
good.
it. And I loved the makeup.
I'm just so in love with her.
Yeah, I'm Team Barbie.
Fan. I'm a
Team
huge
Barbie.
fan.
Yeah, me too.
I did not expect.
I'm probably a bigger fan than you.
Just based on like mass.
No, I'm not Catholic, but based on like the fact that I just like her more.
Well played. So the theme of this is opera. So
oh my god, I love this
opera.
theme.
I did too. Honestly, it kind of threw me. I was like, what the fuck do you do for opera? And then they all killed it. So
yeah, Darby.
Up first, yes.
I guess I could save it till after. Go ahead.
What?
I was going to ask you a question about opera. Have you ever been to an opera?
What a build-up. No.
I have.
I mean, I've been a fan of the opera. That's an opera.
No, I've never seen that. I went to one when I was in high school, and there was a naked lady in a box filled with water. It was a weird...
I think it was... Drown her. I think it was... Drown the whore.
I think it was La Traviata. Is there a naked girl in La Traviata?
There was when you saw it.
Yeah. I was in the balcony. It was one of those where it was
she couldn't hurt you.
No, I was not in the splash zone.
Perfect. Starting off with Yvonne Nightstand.
Damn. My Fair Lady.
With her starting, I was like, oh, so they're wearing looks that they would wear to the opera.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah.
Very cool. I was very excited by this because it's gorgeous.
Yeah.
I mean, it's absolutely stunning. I did like when Barbie, was it Barbie? Someone on the judges panel was like, did you make that? And she's like, not this one, but I did make the hat.
Yeah. Well, she makes a lot of her stuff.
I know she does. Yeah. No, this is gorgeous. And again,
this is so beautiful.
I want to call attention to her face.
Yeah, she always...
She is not getting
the makeup. She's not getting
the recognition she deserves.
Yeah.
Although, maybe people are just staying quiet when they could say something complimentary about her. It's very on brand for Yvonne, so... I love Up next we have Metamorkid.
Okay, I loved this. I know they were thought it was like a little too like not glamorous for a Final Four, but I loved it.
Well, I will say I did have like a what the fuck am I looking at? Because again, in my mind, after seeing Yvonne, I was like, oh, it's just what they're gonna wear to the opera. And I was like, Metamorkid, why would you go to the opera like that? But then when I heard it was an actual character from an opera, I was like, oh, yeah. I loved it.
I loved it too.
I think it's so neat.
It's
interesting. It's different. I thought it was job
And I
well
like
done.
that they were like, yeah, I wanted it to be, it could have been an actual costume piece.
It really could have.
Because it was from the Magic Flute.
As long as someone was super skinny and didn't have boobs.
Yeah.
Then we have Pandora.
Queen of the Night, Pandora Knox.
Crazy.
This was so good. And I loved the eyepiece and the makeup.
Yeah. I even loved the placement of the stones. I love how they turned bigger stones into those little crosses. I don't know, it's just really pretty.
Yeah.
I had a great time.
I did wonder what was going on in the back. We never got to see the back. They were like walking forwards the whole time. I just would have liked to see.
I love that though.
But not points off wise, just a note, just in general. Just an opinion.
She was just disappointed, and you need to know that. Then we had Kelly Hilton as Aida. Now,
okay. Is it as good as the others?
No.
Right. It's a little simpler.
It's a little simple.
But
the thing I had the most issue with was her undergarments. I wish the undergarments had been gold too. I think that could have made it look more like a plan. But the hair was cool. The makeup was gorgeous. I loved the like gold chin strap. You worked all day.
I'm really sorry.
You have to be nicer to yourself.
Well, I don't want them to know what. I don't know what them to be mad at me.
They watch my side of the screen. So she gets to the end of the runway and she starts singing, which...
Ooh, points for that.
Points for that. It did make me laugh, okay, because it reminded me of when two other people were auditioning for the same role and then Kelly, who wasn't a part of it at all, started singing.
Oh, I forgot.
It just reminded me that, like, oh yeah, Kelly does just burst into song. She is a musical theater geek on the runway.
She's an operetta diva.
Yeah. You know one thing we skipped? I'm so sorry. Before they even got to the runway, they got video messages from their parents.
Oh, they got
and their family and their friends. At that point, they're so tired. They're so emotionally raw.
Yeah.
That truly Kelly's family went first and everyone started crying because they were all just broken.
Oh,
they're
my
broken.
God.
They're broken down.
Yeah.
I loved it. It was so sweet. My favorite part was Pandora's dad. He was the most German man I've ever seen.
And dad.
Yeah, he's just sitting. He's framed at the bottom of the picture, so you just see mostly wall. I'm proud of you for these reasons. You have this. You have this.
Well,
you have this.
Dreams.
You have this.
Dreams.
You have this.
Compassion and fashion.
Greetings from Berlin. Thank you, goodbye. I loved it. And then I think it was Yvonne who was like, or maybe it was Meta. I don't remember. They were all up in each other's pussies the whole episode, so I can't remember. But I did like how someone was like, yeah, I get it now. That's why Pandora's 99% machine, 1% human. I love that. Metamorkid and Yvonne.
Okay, there's a love story happening. A love connection.
That's Stockholm Syndrome.
No, this is Germany. Stockholm is in Sweden. Two people, both alike in dignity, in a hotel trapped with no Wi-Fi. Don't have much to do except each other. I support this.
Me too.
I support this wholeheartedly.
I do too.
And
if it ends badly, I'll watch.
Fun.
So then we watch their actual web show. First we get Pandora and Kelly, and their web show is basically like red flags. That everyone has red flags.
Yes.
You need to get your own red flags. And then it kind of devolved into them fucking. Now listen, I thought the idea of Kelly being the butch was really funny, and Pandora being the pillow, really funny.
I love the name Butch and Pillow.
So cute.
A butch queen, pillow princess.
I didn't know what was happening.
No.
I didn't get it.
Me neither. Neither.
9. And then we go to Meta and Yvonne's. And theirs is all about...
Tits and tricks.
And tucking, really. It was mostly tucking.
And tights.
And tights and tucking and ticking and tucking. So funny.
And Tessa and testicles.
So funny.
That was funny.
They brought in Tessa's leggings and interviewed the leggings. It was just so stupid.
That was
somehow
art.
With Meta taping back the Pick
One
Crew
of the
members'
Pick Crews. Yes.
junk ended with Yvonne wrapped in duct tape and falling in front of a bus stop. Loved it. No notes.
We get kind of a surprising moment.
Yeah.
Because they actually say that Pandora and Kelly are safe. And I don't know about you. I just kind of thought
it was
that maybe they would be in the bottom.
Be in the bottom. Yeah.
Everyone was confused, thinking that it was Yvonne and Meta in the bottom.
Yvonne's face. I have never seen anger jump through the screen. Flames? On the side of my face.
Flames?
They probably love that in Germany because she's
got a blunt bob.
Yeah, you got it. Then we find out JK, it's lip sync for the win.
Oh, and they find out right before they lip sync. So they go from pissed to relief.
Barbie even comments like, Yvonne, you were mad. They all just kind of laughed about it. Ultimately...
I would have been Yvonne. I would have been so confused and so mad because there was no reasoning.
Ultimately, Yvonne, she kind of got trapped in her own dress and her wig started to kind of slide back. I mean, she hadn't prepared.
A good job.
Right,
yeah.
But she hadn't prepared to lip sync because she really didn't think she was going to.
My God.
So she was a little hindered, but she did great. They both did really great. It's just Meta had a little more freedom to move.
Yeah.
So we find out...
Meta won.
Meta won.
Ooh, congratulations.
Well deserved. So we're going into the final episode before the
4.
finale with 4. Which means we'll probably get, 3 in the finale? We have one more regular episode before the finale.
Another one? Damn, these shows happen a lot.
So true.
They go on for a long time.
Okay.
But it's a good thing. It's a good thing.
We love meeting all the girls.
I love them. I just, when you shove too much chocolate in your mouth, your tummy hurts.
Can I tell you something weird? My husband, he turned his phone to me yesterday and he was like, look at this poster for the new Wonka film, like the Timothée Chalamet film. He's like, doesn't this poster look like shit? Like, it looks like it was done with AI. It just looks so shitty, don't you think? And I was like, I mean, it's fine. It looks kooky. I don't know. It doesn't bother me. He's like, I just thought it was shitty. And I was like, hang on a second. I look at where the poster's from. It's from an Instagram account called tchalamet.updates. And I was like, how did you find this poster? He's like, well, I followed Timothée Chalamet. And I was like, no, I'm sure you do. Like, I know your type. I'm sure you do. But this is from tchalamet.updates. You follow multiple fan accounts of Timothée Chalamet? And he goes, well, yeah, because a lot of these accounts, they'll take pictures of what he's wearing and then they'll break down what it is and how much it costs. And I just thought if I ever wanted to recreate an outfit, I could use one of these fan accounts.
Uh-huh. That's
Christy Chesuit.
That's Christy Chesuit.
For sure.
That's from a Patreon story we just told. But
For sure. Okay, so that was the end of Germany.
Yeah.
Let's take a quick break, and by that I mean we're going to breathe for about 10 seconds, and let's get into Brazil.
Okay. I don't know why.
All right, we're back. Sorry for the long pause. We hope you got stretch or whatever. We head back to Brazil. We are at our top 5.
Yes, we had a double Shantae last week, so we're still at 5.
We find out that it's going to be a carnival makeover challenge.
Yes.
So they bring in 4 guys.
Now there's 5 contestants left.
But there's four gay people who wander in.
That wander in.
Drag queen turns to the crew and she's like talking. She's like, what am I supposed to do? What should I do? Well, I'll just like pick from the crew.
They love that.
That seemed real.
I know. Well, she's such a good drag queen. She's such a good actress.
Do you think that was real?
No, I think it was pre-planned. Because I think he probably had to sign releases and waivers and stuff.
I believe in it, okay?
I believe in Greg.
That's one of the things that's really awful about my husband is whenever I tell him a story, his first instinct is to go, but is that real? Doesn't matter what it is. That's like his first instinct.
You know what just occurs to me?
I've lied a lot.
Well, yeah. You know what just occurs to me is they really missed the opportunity to call it RuPaul's Grag Race.
She says congratulations instead of congratulations.
Oh, yeah, that's fun.
Cute.
Yeah.
So they bring in four, and then Greg's like, here. And she picks the content producer to come in and be the fifth contestant.
A cutie.
They're so cute.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, the content producer's hot to me. That's a hot man.
Yeah, they're all hot.
They pair up, and they get their partners, and...
They get to learn about each other, trauma talk.
Oh, my God. Greg comes in to do the walk around, and she brings in a...
an makeup artist
slash drag queen. I was so happy to see Miranda's reaction because she was like, y'all don't know. She's big doings in Brazil. I was so blown away by her makeup.
Yeah.
People who are able to do like these intricate like cloud designs with different colors, but it all makes sense when you look at it. That's art.
Mama, that's art.
Thank you. Let's go to the runway. So up first, drag queen.
Okay. She looks like a glamorous bug.
Couldn't look at her for too long because I'm sorry. That grossed me out.
The little eye
The little
things.
fingers that were coming out of her forehead.
They reminded me of antenna.
Don't they look like that's growing out?
Yeah,
They're
they
not
look
supposed
like
to do
antenna,
that.
like that girl from Guardians of the Galaxy. That bug lady.
Oh, Gina Davis. Okay, I gotta say,
yeah.
The guest judge.
Excuse me.
Moro Sousa.
I'm gonna have to sue someone for...
Up in this ass butthole. Okay.
Respectfully.
So cute. Disrespect me, baby. Up first, we have Shannon Scarlett and Sketch Scarlett. I was a little confused because Shannon walked in front of her. Did you notice? When they first got out there, Sketch looked a little... Sketchy, uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And then Shannon just walked. And so 3 or 4 steps behind her, we just have Sketch kind of... Who, bless her heart, never learned how to walk in heels. And that's okay. You can't learn it overnight sometimes.
A lot of different types of walks. You know what I mean? When you go to Carnival.
Hers was labored.
It's a good
and
to have
they really didn't look related at all.
No.
Then we had Bettina Polaroid and Katana Claquette. I'm sorry, I'm saying it wrong.
Katana Claquette. They do not look like they're in the same family, but they both do look really good.
Their species is the same. They both look like a bird.
Well, one looks like Cher and one looks like a bird.
I did think it was kind of mean that Bettina made her wear that wig.
Yeah.
I mean, it does make her look like a bird, but it's also like...
Well, Bettina's wigs aren't particularly good.
I know, but she could have given her a better one.
So it wasn't an offense, I'm sure.
Oh.
But I thought Bettina looked really cool.
Oh, I loved her look, yeah.
Yeah. Hang on.
Sorry, she said it was beige floor. I just want to know what that is. She said that she was inspired by the beige floor. It's a type of bird. In total, beige floor has won 14 parades of the Carnaval de Rio de Janeiro as a general champion. What does that mean? The bird?
Maybe it was like a parade float.
Oh, it's a samba school. But beige floor means hummingbird. It's a samba school that has won a bunch of shit at Carnival. And I knew that. Oh, because she points down at her feet and the partner starts doing the samba.
Yeah.
I'm back. Then we had Miranda Lebrau and... Say it.
Quisha?
Okay. She was also doing a little bit of commentary. This was inspired by, I'm not gonna say this right, Joaquino Trenta. Now, he was a Brazilian director of parades for the samba schools during Carnival, so it kind of ties into Bettina as well. In 1989, he caused immediate impact through the parade when he called attention to the operatic elements of Carnival, a parade that was void of any shining costumes and used an aesthetic of trash to print a dark image into the history of the event. The parade of the samba school that year marks a historic shift in the evolution of the genre. The most publicized image of the parade was the Black Christ, a tourist landmark in Rio that would have been represented represented as a gigantic beggar, but due to a prohibition articulated by the Catholic Church, ended up parading under a veil of black plastic, a dark shape that resonated with the social debate happening in the country at the time.
So he was bad or he was good?
I think he was good. I think what they're saying is good, because it's going against the Catholic Church, and Catholic Church is always, say it with me, bad.
Pedophiles.
Oh, same. Miranda always has such an incredible point of view, and there's always such deep references to everything that she does, which I love. However, it seems like, unfortunately, the references got a little more time given to them than her partner, who was in pants. Which I know, when you do the twin thing, sometimes they bring outfits that just aren't made for everyone's body.
That would be really tough to face in your final days of Drag Race.
That's really in your face. So upset. All right, up next we have Organza and Trinity. They're doing Wicked.
They are!
With
Happy
Glinda
20th anniversary,
and
Wicked.
Elphaba. So fun.
Who's your favorite Elphaba?
Why would you ask me that? Who is my favorite
Oh,
Elphaba?
Shoshana Bean.
God damn.
I gotta
bitch.
say, I love Jessica Voss, but a recent favorite of mine is Alice Fern.
I knew you were going to say that. Why did I know that?
She's the one, remember I tried to do it once, I didn't do it good. She does the wizard and I.
You know, sometimes they get notes and they're like, don't do that again.
I know, she probably got that one.
Yeah.
But she sounded great. I think she's playing Galinda's mom in the movie. I think she's playing Ariana Grande's mom in the movie.
I hope I see a lot of the originals somehow in the movie. I hope we see little
I hope they give a
cameos
little
and stuff. That'd
something
be so
to
fun.
the ladies. I hope the movie, they gotta get back to it. They had 10 days left to film.
The strike's almost over. I can
So
feel
many
it in my
things are
bones.
pushed. So many things
Feel
are
it in. I heard that Euphoria has now been pushed to 2025. Bitch,
Yeah.
they'll be grown.
pushed. Yeah. Euphoria, more like Euphorties.
Okay. You okay?
No.
Yeah, this was so cute. This was really cute.
Oh, I loved it.
And I loved how they interacted, and you could tell Miss Elphaba was living for it.
having so much
Yeah,
fun.
that
I
was
didn't
super
understand what TNT meant, what the name meant.
Dynamite, baby.
Yeah. But the thing is she loves a fabric. She loves to work with organza fabrics. Does the other one love to work with TNT?
They love to work with
Explosives?
Dynamite, baby.
Explosives? Okay.
And then finally, Elena Malgita and Africa Veneno
Okay, now this
blew me away.
blew me away.
They looked exactly alike.
This is
And I agree.
family resemblance.
Glamour.
Sisters not twins.
She's just...
And her makeup looked so beautiful.
She's a really good makeup artist.
She's a really good drag queen.
Yeah, no, she's incredible. We have a winner, and I...
Organza!
Congratulations, Organza.
Yes.
And then we find out the bottom two are Miranda and Shannon.
Now...
I agree.
Yeah.
So we get a lip sync, which honestly made me a little nervous for Miranda because Shannon just killed it last week. But Miranda made some really interesting choices that I think ultimately worked for her.
Yeah.
I didn't get it. I didn't get the drawing on the face. I didn't get the like going back and like dancing with other girls. Like I didn't get it.
But it
was
entertaining.
I was drawn to it because we just saw Shannon.
Just
last
like
week. I think
her
if Shannon
face, you
hadn't,
were drawn to her.
Thank you. I think if Shannon hadn't have just lip synced, I think this performance would have been a little more impactful. But it was just kind of a repeat of an incredible lip sync. But we'd seen it.
And I agree.
Shannon was my top pick from the beginning. I said this last week. I think she kind of petered out. Petered out?
Peter. Yeah.
Dinklage.
I would love to
I think
get
Miranda
Peter
has
Dinklage
a
on
little
the
more to
show. If
show.
anybody knows him.
And I don't think that Shannon does.
I love Shannon. I think we've seen
it.
Well, her runways just haven't been as strong as the other girls, and that's fact.
No. Yeah, that's true. So we say goodbye to Shannon,
We
unfortunately,
say goodbye to
right
Shannon.
before the finale, which
Right.
is so sad.
But she got so close. She should be so proud of herself.
And I think she is.
Yeah.
And I think she should be. So we have our top four. Who are you, team? # team.
Let's see.
You're Organza. You called her from the beginning.
I really love Organza. I gotta say, Bettina Polaroid has had sort of a meteoric rise. That it would be kind of cool if she did win, but I'm Team Organza. Organza has been solid from the top of it.
Well said. Couldn't have said it better myself.
Who are you, team?
Can I say something kind of mean?
Yeah.
When the judges, like, complimented Bettina, and they were like, I love your look, and then she lifted her mask up, and I was like, do you still love it? I'm not getting good makeup from her. That's all. That's all I'm saying. If she's the best drag queen in Brazil, then that's fine.
Okay, here's
what
I'll say.
But there's no way that she's the best drag queen in Brazil. I'm sorry.
No, of course not. Dakota Monteiro is the best drag queen in Brazil.
Obvi.
I'll say this. I don't think her makeup is deficient. I think her style is bad. Like the choices she makes with the colors.
Worse.
Right, but two things are not the same. There's bad makeup, and then there's like bad choices. And they're not necessarily, they're both bad.
Something bad
is happening on her face.
Thank you. So I'm hashtag Team Elena.
Yeah, she's been really good too.
I would be happy if any of them. Great.
She's been so good this whole entire time. She faltered like once. But we need to see.
And I think she got discounted because she's so gorgeous and she's kind of quieter in the workroom. But then she opened up, which really kind of changed my entire...
See, I don't think she's discounted at all. I think she's top shelf luxury, like, all the way.
I was listening to someone on TikTok today talk about their alcoholic journey and when they realized that they were an alcoholic and how they realized. And they were saying that, like, when they'd wake up in the morning before they brushed their teeth.
Smelling like P. Diddy.
Exactly. They would go to a liquor store and buy UV. Do you remember UV?
Mm-hmm.
It's the lowest on the shelf.
It's bright blue, right?
Ew.
Neon liquid.
Yeah.
They would use that as mouthwash instead of brushing.
They would use it as drink in the morning.
Yikes.
He's fine now.
Oh, good. Who is it?
A guy on TikTok. Rest in peace, Matthew Perry.
Oh, that is sad.
Yeah. Don't go in a hot tub if you have a heart problem. Go in a cold one.
Don't blame.
Well, what?
Not to victim blame.
I mean, it's his fault he went in. He shouldn't have been there. Anyway, we will be back next week. And if you want to do that, then hit subscribe. And of course, notification bell.
Join us on Patreon. Patreon.com/IMHO the show.
Also, we're Cameo. Do it.
Oh, I have a cameo to film. You could also get a Shameo by going to IMHOtheshow.com.
And if you get merch, dragqueenmerch.com.
Dragqueenmerch.com. Yeah. Dragqueenmerch.com.
You're a good singer.
Thank you.
Why don't you sing more? Okay, can I tell you something that really got me down about this holiday season, this Halloween.
Oh yeah, season. What did you do?
I was with you. What do you mean, what did I do?
But for actual Halloween.
Oh.
Did you have trick-or-treaters or anything?
Oh, I did a fuck ton of gummies, and then... Okay, it's kind of related. So Curtis and I, late at night, when we want to be little gremlins, we have a really cute corner store, like half a block that way. It's just like, it's a perfect place. They have the best snacks. They have international snacks. They have so much candy. I love going there. So we went there, and we got a bunch of snacks, and I was super high, so I ate like 2,000 calories. Not great. You know, I realized... like a couple days into the November, I didn't eat any candy corn or mallow creams. You know, I love those.
Little pumpkins?
Yeah. Well, because my teeth look like candy corn, so I feel like they should just send it to me for free because I'm advertising constantly for them. I've got 3 distinct colors, baby. So I went to the store to get some. I was like, oh, I better get... It's gone. It's because you know what it is. They're wax, so they never go bad. So as soon as the season's over, they don't sell them for half price.
They put them back in the attic.
Put them back in the attic. Exactly. I'm so sad. I love those.
No.
If you have any mallow creams left over, please send them to our P.O. box. I will eat them.
Something came over me recently with the...
Something has come inside me.
Yeah. The news that California is going to get rid of, like, Skittles in the next 7 years.
I don't know why you're stuck on that. How often are you eating Skittles?
Well, I went and bought some because I'm
stocking up. Put it in the attic.
I went and bought a bag. I got like halfway through, like a sharing size. It's a big bag, not a full.
Does it have
not
a
a
thing?
full? No, it's like an individual pack, but it's a little bigger than the original size or whatever.
Regular size is not regular. It's the small. We've done a Starbucks here. Okay, we have turned the regular size into a sharing size, and then a smaller size is now the regular size.
The fun size.
The sharing size is normal people size. Anyone that tries to make you feel differently is a monster.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll see you later. Bye.